Think about the last time football truly surprised you. Not a scoreline, but the feeling of watching an athlete do something on a pitch and realizing you have never seen a human being do that before. For 15 years, that specific sensation has belonged almost exclusively to three people. Most legends fade away quietly. They drift between clubs chasing minutes, their international appearances become rare, and eventually the name simply stops appearing on the team sheet. You often don't know which game was actually the last. The 2026 World Cup is the exception. For the first time, the ending is visible from the opening match. It is a tournament with a scheduled date and venue for the conclusion of an entire generation. When the final whistle of this tournament blows, everything changes. It transforms a summer of competition into a conscious period of closure for the sport's most prolific era. To see why their departure leaves such a void, look at the numbers. These three have scored a combined 337 international goals across 24 years of representing their countries. They held a near-total monopoly on the title of the world's best player. For 15 consecutive years, the Ballon d'Or went to one of two people in this trio, exactly 9 times. Most elite professionals consider 200 career goals the mark of a complete success. Between these three, the total club tally exceeds 1,400. Those totals broke records many believed would never fall, including an all-time Brazilian scoring mark standing for 50 years. At this tournament, one of them is attempting to become the first man in history to score at 6 separate World Cups. These statistics are the baseline for how modern football understands greatness. They are the records against which every new player is now measured. It began in the early 2000s. 3 teenagers on 3 different continents stepped onto the world stage carrying the impossible expectations of their home nations. A 17-year-old in Portugal who was raw, electric, and perhaps slightly too confident for his age. A teenager in Argentina who was so small the cameras almost missed him during his debut in 2005. And an 18-year-old in Brazil, already burdened with the title of the next Pelé. But we are no longer watching those teenagers. The conversation has shifted from their historical achievements to their present-day physical realities. The story of their final World Cup isn't about invincible athletes. It is about the unglamorous, painful cost of simply staying on the pitch. The oldest of the 3 is 41. While most men his age are managing aching knees, he scored 30 goals for his club this season and refuses to accept that his career is over. The second arrived in 2026. Carrying a hamstring injury picked up just days before the tournament. He is 39, yet he is playing through the pain to chase a World Cup scoring record that has stood since 1974. The third is 34, and returning from an ACL tear, an injury that frequently ends the careers of older athletes. He was absent for 2.5 years. He fought through surgery and rehab just to wear his country's shirt at a 4th World Cup, which will likely be his last. All 3 are defined by the same refusal to let go of the game. Their presence in this tournament is a triumph of human willpower over the physical inevitability of time. Their impact exists beyond the tally of goals. They changed the expectations of what a single player could achieve on a global scale. A boy in a village in Argentina or Portugal watched these players and realized someone from his background could stand at the center of the world. In Kerala, Lagos, or Jakarta, children pick up a football to replicate a move they saw on a screen, treating the sport as art. This generation provided a massive shared vocabulary. Whether in Cairo or Madrid, fans spent 2 decades debating the same names, the same records, and the same goals every week. Their lasting legacy is 20 years of connecting people across every possible distance through a single shared conversation. A new generation of stars is already preparing to take the mantle. Kylian Mbappé is 27 and possesses the clinical brilliance required for the spotlight. Lamine Yamal and Vinicius Jr. are inheriting the stage, but they are only at the beginning of their own stories. Becoming a global compass takes decades of redefining human limits. The younger players simply haven't had time to build that weight yet. This makes the 2026 World Cup in North America the final sweeping global stage for an incredibly intimate farewell. One man wants the trophy he has never won. One wants to defend the title that defines his legacy. And one just wants to be on the pitch, to make the years of surgery and doubt worthwhile. When this final dance concludes, the sport moves into a period without its longest-running rivalry. It leaves behind a silence that will take years for the next generation to fill.